Hi there everyone, it is currently the 26th of October 2011. Meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you once again with WesternPacificWeather.com. And looking out here across the Western Pacific and Eastern Asia, today a very significant cool down going on, and it's actually very visible here on this infrared imagery if you know where to look and how to look at this. And really, you're looking for these cloud streaks, we call them, coming off of the Asian continent here out over these warmer waters. And actually, if we zoom in on this infrared imagery, specifically here in the East China Sea. And now you can see these lines a little more apparent. You see them coming off of the Korea here and also off of Japan. And you see these lines? Well, that's basically due to the cooler air running off the Asian continent here, coming all the way from Siberia and running over these relatively warmer waters here in the East China Sea and also up towards the Sea of Japan. You're seeing this as well. And that's actually causing some lake effect snow up, or ocean effect snow, excuse me, up around Hokkaido as well. We'll get a little more of that in a second, but really these lines also indicate some fairly gusty winds out here. And if we look at the surface analysis, this one from the Thailand Meteorological Department showing this high pressure about 1030 HPA out here centered over eastern China. That's where the center of the circulation is. But if you look off towards the southeast, see this tight pressure gradient out in this region? Well, that's indicating those higher winds. And actually, if we look at some of these observations here, seeing upwards of 15 to 20 knots due to that tight pressure gradient. And if we look at some of the obs actually from out over water, we're seeing some upwards of 30 knots and higher. Actually, here just off the Ryukyu Islands, see one here from 32 knots. This is actually from a merchant vessel out here heading towards the south, but also around Hong Kong, seeing upwards of 25 knots, and that is due to that temperature difference as that cold air starts to meet that warm air, it starts to create that temperature gradient, and also with that pressure gradient combined, that's why you are seeing these very gusty winds. Even parts of Okinawa, you're seeing gusty winds, and also with that cold air advection, or the horizontal transport of air, being pulled from the north and causing this cool down out across much of eastern Asia and even parts of the Pacific Islands out here, including Taiwan here. You see the temperature just dropping down to the low 20s, even into the teens as far south as there. But if we go over to the next couple days, as we see the surge continue to pull towards the south, and actually up here you see even temperatures below zero in parts of North Korea. Hokkaido has already stated here the potential for snow up in this region as that cold air runs over the relatively warmer waters here in the northern Sea of Japan. Those sub-freezing temperatures up in that region could allow for some of that water vapor to freeze up here and then fall in the form of snow out across parts of Hokkaido, including Sapporo here as well. So really starting to get into the winter season. But back down here towards the south, if we look over the next several days, specifically over Luzon, you even see temperatures dropping into the mid-teens out here across northern Luzon. And even as far south as Manila, you could be seeing a very significant cool down, about 15 to 20 degrees as you get into Thursday and then into the weekend as well. And actually, if we zoom out to Saturday, you can see that cool down continues to persist even as far as the Ryukyu Islands. So really, all in all, what we're trying to say here is this big cool down, these cooler winds, also dry air with this, and all it will kick off the northeast monsoon, which is going to bring much fairer weather here across Thailand. And actually, if you want more information on that, please take a look at my last video I put out, a really in-depth forecast there across much of Bangkok and northern Thailand, and how this northeast monsoon is really going to improve the overall conditions out there. But for now, the time being, looks like this northeast monsoon is really going to be bringing all this cold air and starting to kick off here as the Asiatic high builds. And also good news with that is that the potential for tropical development is going to remain rather low. For example, this is what the current tropical cyclone formation probability is out there right now. There is a little area here just east of the Philippines, but really that's getting wrapped up with the upper level trough, and that surge is coming down, and that's going to kill that off. But this is really just a product put out by NOAA here, computer generated, and just showing the potential due to the cyclonic circulation in the area. But if we scroll down here, let's look at what the climatological should be right now. And really, this entire area extending well east of the Marianas here out towards the Philippines could have the chance for tropical development at this time of year, at least climatologically speaking. But right now, though, due to this high pressure sinking in from the north, bringing an abundant amount of dry air with it, cold air, and a lot of vertical wind shear, really, we don't expect any tropical development, at least in the next several days to the next week out here across the Western Pacific. But on that note, I do want to take a quick look out towards the Indian Ocean, because there is one area that we continue to closely watch out near the Bay of Bengal. And that is this little area right in here just west of Indonesia. Now, on this infrared imagery enhanced in here, you can see a little bit of inflow coming in from the south, as well as some flow coming in from the north off of Thailand here as well, and that's creating this cyclonic circulation, or this counterclockwise circulation in this immediate vicinity. And that alone really means that we should continue to watch that area down there. But for right now, only a few of the models are picking up on potential development with it, but tomorrow I'm sure we'll have a lot more information. But that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for listening here at westernpacificweather.com. As always, I please encourage any questions, comments, or suggestions. Please post them in the comment box below if you're watching this here on YouTube. And also at westernpacificweather.com, you can post via Facebook and Twitter as well. So thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day and stay safe out there. But I'm leaving you here with this satellite imagery just showing this cold surge coming off the coast of China here and much of Russia, and bringing that cool down out here across the entire Western Pacific. Have a great day.